Hey, Pastor Ebersol here. Where is God in suffering? Where is God in tragedy? Sometimes this is known as the hidden God. Sometimes God doesn't want to be found. Sometimes God makes himself known only through his word and through his gifts of the body and blood and through the waters of baptism. And that's where we'll find God. But where's God in the flood? I got a different perspective to this of how to practically carry this out. 5 points. The first is tragedy. Something causes suffering. Something causes us headache. Something causes us heartache. Number 2, God permits this. Somehow in God's great divine wisdom, in his sovereignty, he has allowed this suffering to take place, whatever that suffering might be. It could be as small as something as it rained on your birthday. It could be as something as large as there's a flood through your city. Once we come to the reality that God has let something happen inconveniently in our lives, number 3, which is godly grief. How do we grieve? How do we process what is going on in my life around me? How do I navigate this? What are you feeling? What are you experiencing? And the best way to do this as you grieve is to let God hear it. Tell God what you're feeling. Tell God what you're experiencing. We call this prayer. You let God know what you're upset at. You see this all through the book of Psalms. You see this through all the biblical characters, that they are letting God have it, whether it's their sadness, their happiness, their joys, their heartaches, their crushed spirits. Godly grief. Number 4, we want to transition from our godly grief to faith and hope. Faith in the promises that God has. Hope as a noun, not as a verb. There's a concrete hope that I'm going to place my trust in the resurrection of the body, the life everlasting, the hope that God is with me in the suffering. That is, Jesus is on the cross. There is Jesus. There is God, and he is with me. And once you can get to that point, that leads you to the faith that knows God is going to move you through the valley of the shadow of death, flood, whatever suffering you're going through, God will move you through that. And once you move through that, we can't force anybody to move that. We can't force ourselves to move through that. We have to completely rely and depend upon our God and his knowledge and his wisdom to finally being a person of courage, being one who shines the light of God to others who are in their trials. Like the verse says in 2 Corinthians, we may comfort those who are in any affliction with the comfort that we have received. So once we get to the understanding of faith and hope in what Jesus has done and given for us, now we can share that comfort with those around us. Be a safe person, be a person of encouragement, be a person of courage to take on tomorrow, because each day we're closer to the resurrection.